Well, hello, Francis, and everybody in the future. My name is La Vida Virtual Life. It's Elden Ring Day, boys. What? A lot of people are already streaming it. Europeans will have access, public Europeans who will have access in just a few hours, and North America gets it midnight, I think. Eastern time, though, which is nice, so I can play it at 10 o'clock. 8 hours. I'm not counting or anything. Why is there a sad face in the title? Because I'm almost done with Phoenix Wright, dude! What a value this game has been, by the way. I got this game for $20, I think. It included all 3 of the original trilogy. How many hours have I gotten out of these games? Just amazing. I have to thank Francis and Molly especially for getting me into this series, because it's really been a blast. I love the writing and the characters. Obviously, I'm not like a visual novel YouTuber, but I've been having a lot of fun voice acting, and I think we will probably, not all the time, but I think in the future there will probably be some more detective novels and visual novels going on. Although I don't know if I really feel like jumping into like the old-timey, what are the new, pushing the agenda work. It was so fun. I'll be sad when this is over, but the old-timey like Victorian England Ace Attorneys, I don't know if I really feeling like getting into it. Hey, Wright, hey, Molly, how are you, my darling? Isn't Molly the cutest goddamn Terry I've ever seen? You ever seen? I mean, I don't really go for boys. That's not the way I roll, but holy moly, that's a cute Terry. That is a cute Terry. Anyway, yeah, I don't think we'll finish it today, but I would imagine in 2 streams we'll probably be done with Phoenix Wright, which is just makes me sad. Makes me really sad, man. Makes me sad. Elden Ring in 8 hours and 30 minutes for me, and like only a few hours for Molly. I'm jealous. I'm really jealous. It's already being streamed on Twitch all over the place by people who got the game early, you know, like reviewers and stuff. I'm not watching a single thing. Game Maker Studio. That's fun. All right. Let's play some Phoenix Wright.
February 10th, 9:39 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 1.
Good morning. Oh, are you by yourself?
Morning, Pearls.
Please tell me what's going to happen to Misty Maya.
I'm sorry. We don't know yet. The investigation is still going on, so I wasn't allowed into the inner temple.
Oh, I see. So is Sister Iris still trying to remove the 3 locks in the training hall?
1 hour for you, right, sir?
I command thee, kneel, lowly tarnished, I command thee, kneel.
Okay, we can do this. No, she's the defendant in this case, so she can't be at the inner temple. She's required to be here in court.
Then how come she's not here in the defending lobby?
I have to admit, it's kind of strange.
If you're looking for Iris, she's in the prosecutor's lobby.
Oh. 3 hours, Molly. Share play with me! Share play with me! Edgeworth! What's Iris doing over there? And why aren't you playing Elden Ring?
I've got quite an important case right now. We can't afford to be dilly-dallying in the Elden Ring. Besides, I prefer Lord of the Rings. It's much more my style, classy and medieval, and look at my hair, it's fabulous. She's going over today's testimony with the prosecutor as we speak.
Today's testimony?
You heard me. Iris is going to be testifying as a witness for the prosecution.
What?
The prosecutor squeezing her for confession, or so I heard.
Franziska von Karma, what are you up to?
I know what you're thinking, but Franziska isn't going to be the prosecutor today.
What? Then who is? Vita goes crazy. Just wanna play in a little bit of Elden Ring. Can you just give a boyfriend a little taste of Elden Ring, baby? Just a little taste, Molly, okay? Okay? You okay? Just a little taste. Your boyfriend wants a little Elden Ring, baby, on the side. Maybe a little side of tarnished.
Who else would it be but Godot?
Godot?
Franziska is engaged in some important work at the Sacred Cavern.
The Sacred Cavern? Do you mean she's...
Exactly. She's been out there all night trying to remove all those trick locks. With the head nun's assistance, naturally. We estimate that the last of the locks should be taken care of in about 3 hours. Hope everything continues to go smoothly and receive some good news soon.
Yeah, thanks, Edward.
Prosecutor Godot intends to nail this case shut today.
Are you okay?
Be prepared for a fight like there's no tomorrow.
You don't have to tell me that.
Touché. I can already see it in your eyes. I can see it in your eyes. The fire in your eyes. Ooh, it's burning. Makes me wanna come back to the courtroom and settle our disputes, but... Ooh!
Molly...
You're not the same fever-ridden, frantic maniac you were yesterday. Before Elden Ring came out, you were drooling crazy. You tried to do a live stream on YouTube about this lawyer game, and you were driving yourself batshit crazy. What happened to you? It's like you were an animal in a cage, ready to block out and be released to the world of Elden Ring.
It's strange. On the way here, I decided today would be the end of all this. Almost immediately after I made that decision, I felt myself getting stronger.
Interesting. Maybe you've passed your cold on to someone else, literally. And with that, I leave the rest in your capable hands, partner.
Thanks. Oh, Edgy! I love you, Edgy! Don't leave me! I still don't have all the answers for the riddles plaguing this case. Boo-doo-doo-doo. The circumstances around the murder of Miss Elise Denome. No, I mean Miss Misty Fey. The impossible flight Larry claims to have seen. He's actually gone insane. And what that woman is really after. I will solve them all and bring this whole tragedy to an end. Today, before Elden Ring comes out, we're gonna beat the game! This is gonna be like a 4-hour frickin' stream, isn't it? I've decided. We're beating it. Chill out. I can't, man. You don't understand. This series has been my life for, I mean, a really long time, right, sir? I played Demon Souls after it came out. Man. I'm not like one of those 2-bit hustlers, you know? Those little... And there's nothing wrong with this. If this is your first Souls game, then congratulations. You know? I think you're in for a real treat if this is the first time you've ever played a Souls game. However, for those of us who have grew up with these games, it's like a rebirth, you know? It's like it literally is. It's like when Rebirth came out. Binding of Isaac Rebirth came out. You know? It's a real special day for me. I told my mom you'll still be streaming when I'm playing it. No! How about once I beat this game, then you let me watch you play Elden Ring? Just a little bit? Just a tipple of the nipple? I mean the Elden nipple? I mean just a little Elden? Just a little bit? Just a little bit? No! Heartbroken.
Court is now in session. Shut up about the friggin' Elden Ring for the trial of House of Hula Temple.
Ooh.
Your Honor?
Well, why are you? Who? Me? Well, my little brother came to visit in my chambers early this morning. All of a sudden, in the blink of an eye, he developed a scorching fever and fainted. Therefore, I'll be standing in for him.
I see, Your Honor. So they're brothers. That explains a lot.
My poor brother, he looked a bit pale, not to mention sad that he couldn't be here.
Optic jazz. Yeah. It is impossible to predict what the future has in store for any of us. Optic jazz. This is precisely why people feel they need to judge the past, and most court have been charged with the solemn duty of passing such judgment.
Well said, Mr. Godot. I understand exactly what you said, at least up until the end, anyway.
Blind play? I don't care about blind play if I can see my girlfriend play Elden Ring. I'll sacrifice the blind play. I wish the Capcom would port the next games and series on PC and consoles. I would love that. Hey, Runarunda? I think we do have a port of the... whatever they're called, the Great Ace Attorney? Good to see you, Runarunda. We're beating this game today, even if it takes me like 4 hours.
Now then, proceed with your opening statement, Mr. Godot.
Humans are fragile, fickle beings. Our heart changed with the shifting of the tides. Optic jazz. You're listening to Godot Radio. 96.5 Optic Jazz. Please go to sleep with these calm and soothing tones of my Optic Jazz. Yeah, right up on the dial today. First up, we've got Mr. Phoenix Wright getting his ass kicked by me, Prosecutor Godot. I'm gonna smash his face in with a cup of coffee and then drink his blood. Human sacrifice, mother trucker, Optic Jazz. Yeah. There's only one thing that remains a constant in this crazy world. The bitter darkness that lies at the bottom of this mug.
So then you mean... Oh, forget it. What do you mean?
During yesterday's trial, the accused had refused to admit a role in the crime. But today, she has had a change of heart, like the Yu-Gi-Oh card. Sister Iris of Hazakura Temple has a confession to make.
Co-defendant?
Oh no. Iris, why didn't she discuss this with me first?
Very well. This court will now hear the defendant's confession.
Still have to play the 3DS Ace Attorney. Yeah. Have to wait here for Elden Ring probably a month. Oh, you're gonna wait a month? Oh my god. I'd seppuku. This is made by Disney. I don't think so. Hey, Mr. Krabs. Sha-la-la-la-la-la, my oh my, it's like that crab too shy. Go on and pinch the girl. Ow, wow. Give her a little pinch on the nose, because everybody knows he's gonna pinch the girl. Have I mayonnaise? No, they have not. Hello, Jarrett.
Upon meeting a beautiful lady, always ask for her name and profession. That's one of my rules.
Oh, my name is Iris. I am but a simple nun undergoing training at the Hazakura Temple.
Witness, is there something you want to confess to?
Yes, but first I want to apologize to Mr. Wright. I can't continue lying to anyone anymore.
It's alright. What is it?
Mr. Wright, I have to admit that I did play a part in this terrible incident.
Are you actually confessing? Are you saying that you were the one who murdered Miss Elise Delorme?
No, I'm not, Your Honor. But I dealt with the cover-up after the murder took place. After his spirit left, I took the lifeless shell of Mystic Elise and carried it to the Hazakura Temple courtyard where I desecrated it.
What? You did what? You did what? You made what? You did who? Order in the court, order! Witness, are you saying you were an accomplice to the murder?
Yes, that's correct.
What? No. Judge have a brother. Yeah, his brother was the other judge. 3 minutes in court and I'm already covered in a cold sweat. Yeah. Everyone on the planet is an accomplice to something. It just happens to be that this case it's to murder. Optic jazz. Isn't that right, Mr. Trite? That could do. So this is the confession they were conferring about. It pains me to say this, but it looks like Iris's testimony was all a lie. Iris's testimony crumpled up and shoved into a pocket. Shoved into a pocket. Last Guardian is Pog. Soma, not Pog. Soma, not Pog. Skyrim, very Pog. Very Pog. Now then, little lady, if you don't mind, I've got a question for you. Whose crime were you trying to cover up by your actions? Iris is covering for someone? Now I'm definitely up the creek without a paddle or a life jacket.
I've been at the Hazakura Temple ever since I was a little girl. Hazakura Temple is run by the branch of the family's the Korean tradition. One of our missions is to protect the main family.
I'm sorry, but main family?
Yes, and that's why I would dirty myself, if need be, to protect her. The daughter of the master of the Korean channeling technique, Mystic Maya Fey.
Huh? Maya is the murderer? No. Wake up and smell the coffee, Trite. She's naming Maya!
Order in the court! So not only did you witness the murder, you know the name of the murderer.
I'm terribly sorry, but it's true. I saw her commit the crime with my very own eyes, and then I cleaned up the area to try to protect her.
That's ridiculous. Maya could never do such a...
The defense will refrain from commenting until the appropriate time. Now, witness, let's hear your testimony. What exactly happened on the night of the crime?
Yes, Your Honor.
I thought I was prepared for the unexpected, but I never imagined the case would wind up going in this direction. Oh, boy. Not only is Maya not saved, she's now accused of murder.
It wasn't Maya. It wasn't her. It was me, Spyro. I did it. I burned the bridge. It was Spyro, I tell ya.
Go back to your dragon cage, Spyro. You're not welcome here unless you want to toast my bonbons. Everybody knows I like some bonbons. Yeah, baby.
The real murderer.
I went to the inner temple of the night and I saw it all happen in the garden. I saw Mystic Elise strike Mystic Maya with her staff. While Mystic Maya was still stumbling, Mystic Elise moved to deliver a fatal strike. Mystic Maya tried desperately to defend herself and stole the weapon. It was only in self-defense. You can't blame her for it.
Oh.
Tacit. I will say tacit. Yes, tacit. So it was self-defense. Very tacit.
Yes.
Mystic Elise was one who attacked first.
Huh?
That's why I tried my best to protect Mystic Maya.
You moved to the victim's body temple so that Maya wouldn't be suspected. Isn't that right? Not bad. You got the true instincts of a true criminal. Something's not quite right. I'm sure it was established yesterday that Iris never went to the inner temple that night. And the person who did go was that woman. Iris even admitted it.
Unexpected.
Very unexpected.
Now then, Mr. Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination all across the nation. I need an explanation for all this damnation. Oh, God, I've missed saying that. Oh. Oh. Oh.
I went to the inner temple that night and I saw it all happen in the garden.
I don't think you did.
I saw Mystic Elise striking Mystic Maya with her staff. While Mystic Maya was still stumbling, Mystic Elise moved to deliver a fatal strike.
Did she now? She moved to deliver a fatal strike?
Yes, I'm sure of it. She threw down her staff and reached into her robe for a weapon.
Wait a minute. What was this weapon?
It was some kind of dagger.
A dagger, huh? And Elise the gnome tried to stab her with this weapon? To kill Miss Fey?
Yes, exactly.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had gyoza for the first time and it was wild. Nice, gyoza's delicious. What dipping sauces did you have? I love gyoza, dude. Yum. God, making me hungry for some curry right now, dude. Frick. I've gained a couple of pounds, though. I have to admit. Not a lot, but I've definitely gained a few pounds. I gotta get back out and ski, man. I'm a lazy son of a bitch. Mayo died! No, she's not dead. Her mom is, though, which is the real sad thing. Her mother is. You look like I did after mistakenly took a swig of Worcester sauce. Oh, that's disgusting. Do you have a problem with the testimony we're hearing from your client, lawyer boy? Do I have a problem with Iris's testimony? Yeah, there's one thing. There's this one little thing called evidence. Yeah, I got a problem. Your Honor, I have a small problem with the witness's testimony.
You do. But this witness is your client.
Yes, well, nevertheless, that's fine. Witness, let's add your last statement to the testimony.
Yes, sir.
Hey, just a moment. It's my job to say that.
Listen, Gramps, I won't say it again. Final judgment will be rendered by me.
Ah!
Ooh, Worcester sauce. Optic jazz. Yeah, baby.
You done that before? Doesn't taste nice. Molly, poor Molly. I'm glad you didn't die. Spicy mayo and some kind of soy Worcester teriyaki. Jared. Oh, I love you guys. You know that? Oh, man. I love gyoza, dude. Oh. Oh, man.
Okay, now let's continue.
She threw away her staff and pulled a dagger inside her robe.
Did she? Let me save. Did she? I don't think the dagger was in her robe. I don't think so. This dagger was in her staff. Oops, I didn't mean to press that. She threw her staff away?
Mr. Galeese was trying to kill Mr. Maya. I think that's why she wanted a more lethal weapon.
It's true. It's not an easy way to inflict a deadly blow with a staff.
Sister Rylas, let me make sure I got this straight. The victim herself chose to throw away her staff?
Yes, that's what I saw.
Is there anything odd about that, Mr. Wright?
Yeah, it's odd, all right. Mr. Galeese
attacked Mr. Maya with a dagger, I'm sure of it.
No, she did not. No, she did not. No, why would she do that? The staff is a weapon. She wouldn't need to. Objection! Dum-dum. Why are you lying? Why are you lying? Ta. Why are you lying? Sister Iris, there's something strange about your version of events.
Huh?
Mr. Gnome throwing her staff away makes no sense at all to me.
But all you can do with the staff is hit someone.
Now, this staff, naturally you wouldn't know this, Sister Iris, but the victim's staff had a special feature about it. As you can see, it's a sword.
Ah!
If at least the gnome really wanted to kill Maya Fey, she wouldn't have needed to use a separate dagger. Not when she already had a beautiful blade in her hands.
Yeah.
Well, Sister Iris, what do you have to say?
Walla bing bang.
Optic Jazz, that was an impressive bit of investigating, Trite. I never would have thought there was a sword hidden in that staff. But even so, how should I put this? A long sword is unwieldy, thus quite ineffective in close quarters combat. Maybe that's why she chose a dagger over her blade. Well... Anyway, the type of weapon she chose isn't what's important. The important thing is that she tried to kill Maya Fey. As long as there's nothing strange about that, there's no problem with her testimony. Hey, Mr. Krabs, hello! But there is something strange about this testimony.
Well, Mr. Wright, the prosecution has a point.
Very well, Your Honor. The defense will now present evidence to back up its argument.
Mr. Wright?
I have another piece of evidence that shows this testimony can't be trusted. Because Miss Elise the Gnome would never attempt to take the life of Maya Fey. Because it's her mom! It's her mama! It's actually Misty Fey! It's actually Misty! At least the gnome would never have attacked Maya Fey.
How can you be so sure?
Because the victim's real name was not Elise the Gnome. Her real name was Misty Fey.
Fey?
Oh, no, not Misty Fey.
Who is this Misty Fey? Is she related to my... she sounds very cute. I'd like to meet... I'd like to meet her and maybe establish a accord where she comes to my campfires and she levels me up when I give her mystic runes, and then we can spend our entire lives together. Maybe have some mystic babies. I'm just who is this woman? Elden Ring tomorrow.
Actually, oh man, Molly gets it in like 3 hours. Man, and she won't let me watch. I'm gonna cry. Not even joking. I'm gonna freaking cry. But I get it in 8 hours and 10 minutes. 12 minutes. I'm not counting.
Who is this Misty Fey? Who's she related to?
Misty Fey is the master of the crane channeling technique. She is also the mother of Maya Fey.
Oh, are you serious?
Elden, my freaking ring tomorrow, baby.
Is it true, Mr. Wright? Was Elise the Gnome actually the great mystic Misty?
Spoiler talk, no. There's no doubt about it. It looks like Iris had no idea.
I can hardly believe it.
The idea that she would try to kill her own daughter, one she hadn't seen in 17 years, perhaps the prosecution can offer some explanation as to why she would do such a thing.
Oh, no.
Jared.
Order in the court, order! Upon first hearing the witness's testimony, it seemed natural enough. However, in light of some facts that have just been presented...
Listen to this music.
One, that the victim supposedly threw away a sword during a fight, and two, that the two people battling in the death were mother and daughter, despite the facts being believable when taken on their own. When taken together, the entire story seems difficult to believe.
Listen, there's nothing in this world that is impossible. Except for one little thing.
Yes, what is this one little impossible thing?
Ha! You still don't get it? Optic jazz. You think maybe my beans are under-roasted, but you have no idea, Gramps. Could you get to your point? I heard this witness's confession this morning, just as I had taken the first sip of my 8th cup of morning coffee.
You're going to ruin your health, my friend.
Anyway, after hearing the woman's confession, I had a detective who loves to investigate the scent to the scene of the crime. And he discovered this little beauty.
Is that the dagger the witness testified to seeing?
Obviously, Your Honor. But do you not notice something else?
Now that you mention it, if you look closely, there appears to be blood on it. Wow!
I gotta spoil. Sorry, bro. No spoiling! There was one place that had takoyaki, and I wanted to try some udon too, but they closed, and I got some gyoza and spring rolls from a different place. Oh. Well, gyoza's good, but takoyaki and udon, oh. I don't need to play it. You're spoiling! Ruffian kick is in Like a Dragon. Let's go. Let's go. Where did you find that? Also, Street Fighter 6 hype. That's pretty sweet, dude. And it looks to me like it's using the Resident Evil engine for graphics on Street Fighter 6, dude. I'm pretty pogged about that, man. Like, we have no idea, but...
Well, where did you find that?
I didn't expect when I investigated the crime scene. I didn't see it. Did you investigate the pine tree at the crime scene? Huh? The pine tree? The dagger was stuck in the back of that pine tree. That's definitely not a pine tree. I don't know what the hell you're smoking, but that is not a pine tree. When the last blow was struck, they evolved, ending the violent battle between the two women. This little baby was thrown in the direction of the back of the pine tree.
Which means the blood on the dagger belongs to the victim, correct?
Ah, you were even listening, old man? I first heard the confession this morning, just as I had taken the first sip of my 13th cup of morning coffee. Didn't you say it was your 8th just a few minutes ago? I didn't have enough time to get the blood analyzed on such short notice.
In any case, the court will accept the dagger into evidence, but we don't know whose blood it is. So that's a problem. Furthermore, I order the blood test be performed on it immediately.
This is my sweetheart. Make sure you treat her right. Yeah. Hope they have added the even guy in the rumble. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Francis. The only two characters we've seen are Ryu and the new guy. The MMA guy. What's his name? Luke. Yeah.
Bailiff, get this piece of evidence to the crime lab for testing immediately.
Dagger added to the court record. Found behind a tree in the inner temple garden. Blood is now being analyzed. Okay.
Now that the testimony we've just heard had numerous unbelievable aspects to it. However, after having found the very dagger the witness spoke of, I believe we can consider her testimony to be credible.
I don't. Cute girls never lie, ever. What? What are you smoking, dude? Cute girls never lie? What are you smoking over there, Godot? What are you smoking? Luke Skywalker, Street Fighter 6? That would be super pog, dude.
In any case, witness, if you please testify again to this court.
About what, Your Honor?
About the incident you saw. The battle between the two women.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, I'll do it.
The battle.
Yes, Mystic Maya stumbled briefly after being hit over the head with a staff, but then she dodged Mystic Elise's next attack and stole her weapon. Suddenly, Mystic Elise was the one on defensive with her back to the stone lantern. That's when Mystic Maya stabbed Mystic Elise. Mystic Elise managed to fling the knife away, but then she collapsed.
Oh boy. Was Maya possessed by the auntie? Was it Pearl? Was it actually Pearl? I don't know. This is some weird shiz going on here.
That was a heartbreaking story.
I don't know if there were any bad feelings between them, but it had been 17 years since Mystic Misty's disappearance. Perhaps they simply didn't recognize each other anymore.
Oh, that seems reasonable.
Does not.
Now then, Mr. Wright, proceed with your cross-examination. Bitch, get on it. I don't have all day. We got Elden Ring to play. You know?
Mystic Maya stumbled briefly after being hit over the head with a staff, but then she dodged Mystic Elise's next attack and stole her weapon. Suddenly, Mystic Elise was on the one on the defensive with her back to the stone lantern. That's when Mystic Maya stabbed Mystic Elise.
Really now? Really now? With her back to the stone lantern. No. She was stabbed in the back. Nice try. Also, why'd the body fall 10 feet? After death. No, that's not happening. You saw something phony there, lady. Something isn't right about what you just said today, Iris.
Huh?
Is this the real Iris? Is this Dahlia? Is this Dahlia? Is this her dead twin sister in the courtroom? Possessing someone? It could be. Until now,
I didn't think you were the type to make such a careless mistake.
However, the testimony you just gave contains quite a few contradictions.
What do you mean? What's wrong about my testimony?
According to you, Maya Fey stabbed the victim while she held her back to the stone lantern. Correct?
Yes, that's right.
But in that case, the victim would have been stabbed in the stomach, right?
Yes, I think so.
But according to the autopsy report, the cause of death was due to blood loss from a stab wound in her back. This proves that the victim was stabbed from behind, not from the front. Sister Iris, it appears another seed of doubt has sprouted from your testimony.
Well, what is the meaning of this, Mr. Wright?
Ah, it's simple. People are like books. We've got all front and a back. You got my drift? Cody and Lucia. Best Street Fighter characters?
Got the stabby stab.
I love Cody. He's so fun, dude. I would pick up Lucia, but she doesn't seem very good. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Her character doesn't seem that good. And Cody's already mid-tier. I don't need to be picking characters that are even worse.
I don't know.
I have no idea. Luke, though, on the other hand, seems like maybe a top 10 character. Maybe I should try him or buy the DLC. I don't know. I don't want to spend $25, though. Give me a cheap DLC pack 5, please, Capcom. I love you. I'm streaming all your games, dude. Okay, not all your games, but...
Is that all you have to say?
I can also say that darkness loves to play with human minds. Luke is so fun, Jesus. Oh, you have all the DLC, don't you? Could you please knock it off with the cheap proverbs and the logical metaphors? Already, the point is too much of a testimony just doesn't make sense. Throwing away useful staff, the people fighting being mother and daughter, and now she falsely claims the victim was stabbed in the stomach.
That certainly has some inconsistencies.
Well, Iris, how about it?
Well, it's just...
If you ask me, you're just being too naive about the whole thing. What do you mean? Wasn't Luke free? No. There are 253 distinct types of bitterness in coffee. But to pick out one each requires total concentration and a use of all the senses. Were you really concentrating on what this witness actually said?
Prosecutor Godot, explain yourself.
The witness was quite unambiguous about her ambiguities when she said that the garden was dark and she couldn't see clearly. Huh? A human needs one thing to see clearly, and that is light.
Light!
Well, there was light. The bridge was on fire, you dum-dum. By the way, did you not know? Hasguru has a rule on the nights an acolyte is at the inner temple training. The stone lantern in the garden must be kept lit. Huh. I did wonder what that stone lantern was there for.
Well, if that's true, shouldn't the witness have been able to see the crime more clearly?
Normally, yes, Your Honor. But according to the head nun, Sister Bicany, on the night of the crime, it was impossible to light that stone lantern. Impossible? It hadn't been used in a long time and the wick was no good. In other words, it had been pitch black in the garden that night. Not at all. The bridge was on frickin' fire, dude. There could have been a faint light coming from the training hall, but that's all.
Most likely. In bewitch or in it thrall, got the stabby stab.
No, Luke wasn't free. He's the final DLC character of the final patch of the final DLC in Street Fighter V. Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. Yes, the illuminating fact has chased away all contradictions. If the staff was dropped, you would be difficult to see. It also explains why they didn't recognize each other. We can't see the demons that lurk in the night. That's what humans are weak. Isn't that right, Trite? No!
Order!
Here, Your Honor. Let me present this stone lantern into evidence. Maybe it will rekindle the flame of truth in your mind. Stone lantern.
Add to the court record. A lantern from the inner temple was not lit the night of the crime.
Why is the judge just sitting there with that look on his face?
What's wrong, Your Honor?
Was the flame too hot?
This lantern, there's something written on it.
Huh?
Well, why? It's written in blood.
Oh boy. So the judge didn't know about that yet. Written in blood?
It says Maya upside down.
What?
Oh, yes, that night, that's right. After being cornered and stabbed by Mystic Maya, Mystic Elise didn't fall down right away. She must have written writing on the stone lantern behind her, with the blood that was draining out of her body.
Yeah, but why'd she write it upside down?
It certainly looks that way.
Hang on just a minute. What are you all talking about?
What do you mean? What are we talking about?
We're talking about the message written in blood. Huh, nonsense. This lantern, it's as clean as a whistle. Could it be? He can't see the bloody writing at all? Now that I think of it, he did say something to me yesterday. My eyesight is pretty messed up. Even with these huge goggles on my head, I still can't see everything. Optic blast! You try to write behind your back. So that's what he meant by that.
In any case, this is obviously an important clue. We know that the crime scene was dark, and that the victim was swallowed this message on the stone lantern. Well, Mr. Godot, anything further? Mr. Godot?
Okay then, let's move on. Godot is literally shaking, and somehow I don't think it's from caffeine overdose.
I believe it's now been established that Mr. Noble was killed by Maya Fay.
That's just wrong. Now it's time to turn our attention to you.
Yes, sir.
After the victim died, you did something, didn't you?
Yeah.
Let's hear it. We're all ears.
Yeah.
Optic blast.
Yeah.
Sister Iris's cover-up.
After Mystic Elise died, I called out to Mystic Maya. I thought it was my duty to protect her, the future master of the Grain tradition, so I removed the blood body from the inner temple by myself and dragged it behind me all the way across the dusky bridge. Then I used the snowmobile to carry it back to Hasagura Temple and... And then I used the Shishito after the way out to alter the way the wound looked.
Huh. Yeah, that's sussy. So you moved the body?
Yes, I was raised at the Hasagura Temple. I owe a great deal of thanks to the Fae clan. But even so, I never imagined that Elise Denom was actually Misty Fae. I've committed a terrible sin.
Huh. A terrible trick of fate.
I believe you're looking for a twist of fate, Your Honor. Can Mia come back to life? Mia, come back! We need you, Mia! Big Booba! Where's my Big Booba?
I intended to return to the inner temple after taking care of the body, but...
You were spotted by the head nun, correct?
Yes, and that's why I couldn't go back.
Your story makes sense, I suppose. Mr. Wright, go ahead with your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor.
Chichito! Chichito! Arroo! Arroo!
After Mystic Elise died, I called out to Mystic Maya. I thought it was my duty to protect the future master of the Korean tradition, so I removed the body from the inner temple by myself. I dragged it behind me all the way across Dusky Bridge.
You did? Did you really? Did you really?
Then I used the snowmobile to carry it back to Hasagura Temple, and...
What? The snowmobile? I knew it would show up sooner or later.
Yes, I had the key. I used the snowmobile to travel from Hasagura Temple to Dusky Bridge.
Is this the part in question from the other day? Should I ask for more details? Yeah. If you really did move her body by snowmobile, then there should be tracks left in the snow, right?
Well, yes, naturally you would expect tracks.
This picture was presented at yesterday's trial. Are these the tracks from that ride?
Yes, I think they are.
But I can only see one set of tracks here.
I don't see what's so strange about that. Snow was still falling when I left Hazakura Temple.
I see. Snow was still falling, huh?
And then when the murder took place, it had already stopped. That's why there are such fresh-looking tracks.
Huh. How about it, Mr. Wright? What do you think about this testimony?
Oh, it's important. When the murder took place, the snow had already stopped? That doesn't make sense if you stack it up against the other evidence. Your Honor, I'd like this statement to be added to the testimony.
Wow!
Chichito.
I like how I don't watch anime, I don't have interest in learning Japanese. But I'm strangely interested in Japanese culture. Oh no, Yakuza! What do you mean you don't want to learn Japanese? You don't? You don't watch anime? That's bull. I don't believe it. I'm
Objection, Jolly! I do not believe that you don't like the anime. You play all the anime games, you talk in uwus, and you like waifus. So you telling me you don't talk to the anime, you don't watch the anime? I don't know if I believe it. I don't know. But what does that have anything to do with this case?
All will be made clear if you allow our statement to be added to the record. Ah, this should be fun. Optic blast. Let's get the snow business cleared up, shall we?
Yes, sir. By the time the murder took place, snow had already stopped.
I don't think that's true. 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 Your Honor, that statement contradicts the evidence.
It does? I don't see anything contradictory. Objection denied. Try to think before you act, Mr. Wright. Oh, no!
What? What do you mean? I don't want to believe it, but I don't think my logic is failing me. Iris is trying to pin the murder on Maya. But why would she want to do that? There's only one reason I can think of. What? What do you mean? That's the contradictory evidence. What the heck? Is it here? Maybe here? Okay, it was just the wrong statement. Okay. I was like, what? Am I supposed to relearn calligraphy and then how to read two different types of writing? I still struggle with English every once in a while. Every once in a hole. I struggle with English too, but that doesn't mean that I don't enjoy learning other things too. But anyway, whatever. No, I'm not here to judge. But I still don't believe your previous statement.
It's up for debate.
Yeah, okay, it was the wrong statement. You claim the snow had already stopped when the murder occurred, but I'm sorry, Iris. That just isn't possible.
What?
This is the weather data from the night of the murder. According to this, the snow didn't stop until 10:50 p.m., but you couldn't have crossed Dusky Bridge at that time.
Well, why'd you say that?
Because 5 minutes before the snow stopped, Dusky Bridge was struck by lightning and it caught on fire.
Well, what did you say? The bridge, it was on fire?
You don't mean to say you didn't know about it? It was because of that lightning strike and the bridge burned down.
What? But it can't be.
Looks like you still haven't figured it out. No matter how hard you try to deceive or conceal the truth, you can't pull the wool over the eyes of a real defense attorney.
No! My hair!
Order!
Where did this fan come from?
Order! Oh, you're looking pretty, though.
The bridge was already on fire when the incident took place. That's right. The inner temple was already totally cut off from the outside world. There's no way you could have crossed that bridge. Nobody. Body or no body.
Witness, even my patience has its limit. Any further lying, and I'll find you in contempt of court. Do you have anything to say to yourself?
Optic blast. The only person here that is truly contemptible is you. Old man.
Me? How dare you?
Whether this witness lied or doesn't mean squat right now.
Squat?
The important thing now is to find out the truth. Isn't that right?
Yes, of course, but
Whether it was snowing or not snowing, or whether the bridge was burning or not, there are two facts that can't be disputed. First, the body of Elise the Gnome was discovered in the Hazgur Temple courtyard. And second, the head nun, Sister Bethany, witness Iris desecrating Elise the Gnome's body.
He makes a good point on both accounts.
That's right. I'm not lying.
what are you claiming this time?
I wasn't myself that night. So my memory's still somewhat hazy.
You have stood at the witness stand and testified this entire time. Are you telling us now that your memory of that night is hazy?
It is only human to err. If so perfect, Trite, maybe you can explain this to the court.
Oh, what is it?
When the murder happened, the bridge had already burnt down. But somehow the body traveled across the bridge and was found in the temple courtyard. Perhaps some kind of explanation for this magic trick.
Well, not exactly, no. I know there must be some other way she got across that burnt-out bridge, but unless I can somehow demonstrate it, we'll never know the truth.
It looks like the defense is not prepared to offer a suitable explanation. Whoa!
You see, in other words,
Please be true, in other words, I love you.
Fly across the bridge, and then you'll die among the snow. Wonder how this case turns out with Prosecutor Godot. In other words, optic jazz. In other words, optic jazz. Well, my typing is an indicator of skill because my hands are phone keyboard. Keeps too far left of A. Fair enough, Jared. Vita said me not smart. What are you talking about, Krabs? You're crazy. Ah!
All right, then. Witness, can you stop singing? You're not Frank Sinatra or Cyclops. Let's hear your testimony once more.
About what, Your Honor?
You admitted you moved the victim's body. Nevertheless, your prior testimony contains a rather large inconsistency. Please add an explanation for that to your testimony.
Objection.
objection. Francis, my name is Edgy, and I'ma save the day, bitches.
Please add an explanation to your testimony.
Yes, Your Honor. Will this be her final testimony?
Yeah.
I watched again until last summer. I watched it for a month and a half. But Scott! Jarrett, the truth comes out. Moving the body. I love anime, so I ain't here to judge.
Other than walking over the bridge, there's no way to move the body. So I must have just gotten confused, I guess. Was the snow still falling or had it stopped? Does it really matter that much?
Yeah, because there's only tracks, you idiot.
Or are you saying that there's a way to cross a burning bridge?
You're the one who has to explain that, not me.
So it's just a misunderstanding, I see.
This is a photo of Dusty Gridge after turned down from the lightning blast. It was taken on the morning after the incident.
But Scott!
It's certainly burned to a crisp, and one of the suspension wires has even snapped. It's amazing the whole bridge didn't fall. Clearly, it would be impossible to carry a corpse across the bridge in that condition.
Dusty Bridge added the court record. Unless I do something to discredit this testimony, it's going to be deemed as truth, and Maya will be accused of murder.
Right, I'm only going to say it one more time. It's only human to err, and only humans can spot errors in our ways.
The more sense he makes, the less sense he makes.
All right, Mr. Wright, please begin your final cross-examination. All across the nation, I need an explanation for this damned nation. You know?
Moving the body.
Move in the body.
Other than walking over the bridge, there's no way to move the body. So I must have gotten confused, I guess. Was the snow still falling or it stopped? Does it really matter that much? Or are you saying there's a way to cross a burning bridge?
I mean, there's one way to cross a burning bridge. By flying over it like a banshee! Larry, yes, my sketch, dude. I knew I would save the day. I'm Larry Butts, and yeah, I know I know I'm smelly, but my drawings will save the day. A dead body flying over a burning bridge wouldn't exactly rule out the possibility.
Well, what? Well, what?
You're saying this is possible? Don't make me laugh. Because Phoenix still there to see the bridge when he took a piss. Yes, he took a dip in the lake or in the river, yeah. The only thing that's possible about your claim is it's been pulled out of thin air. Larry! I don't know about that. In any case, we have a witness who did see it happen.
Preposterous.
Optic blast?
Who is it? Who is this witness?
I can't chicken out here. I gotta keep go. Attack. Go, go, go. Miss Elise Denome's brilliant and highly gifted apprentice, Laurice Denome.
Brilliant.
Highly gifted?
Apprentice?
Remember what he said in his testimony? That night he was on the mountain shack, Heavenly Hall. And that's when he witnessed the event. I think you've all seen this sketch before. It's an exact drawing of what he witnessed that night.
Are you serious? Today's not April Fool's Day, is it? Mr. Wright, are you seriously claiming the victim flew through thin air? And you're using this pathetic scribble to support your argument?
Hey! Why are you calling my drawing pathetic scribble? It's a masterpiece. It took me so long to draw those flames. They burn with the passion of my heart for the ladies. Man, why is it always this shit on them? I just can't go back. I'm gonna go home now. Bye-bye. Have a fun stream, everybody.
Later, Larry. You know what they always say? If something smells, it's gotta be the butts. I'm good.
Uh-oh. The judge looks like he's about to blow a gasket. Ah. Well, Trite, there's nowhere for you to hide now. Other than looking like it was drawn by a 6-year-old. Does this sketch prove anything? Man, I'm back! It was the best sketch ever!
Go home, Larry.
Yeah. Literal soul's possession? No, I agree. Something happened here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does, and I'm going to prove it. Listen, I know your tricks. You're trying to turn this whole thing upside down. Huh? It is upside down, isn't it? If you're so eager to turn this case upside down, why not start with this sketch? Upside down? Why did Godot say that?
All right, then, let's hear the defense's theory. What exactly is this sketch trying to show?
I don't think it's old Wisterface is going to forgive any more mistakes. Oh yeah, it is upside down. Isn't it? Alright, Phoenix, look carefully and think it over. This sketch is drawn by Lise Denome is... Exactly what happened. I don't know. Of course the victim was flying through the air. You can see it right there in the sketch. Whoosh!
You know, you're starting to remind me of yesterday's witness.
What? That was the last thing I wanted to hear.
Do you have any evidence that the evidence flew through the air, the victim?
Just so you know, we haven't discovered a giant human catapult at the Inner Temple yet. I wish they had.
Gulpy gulpy.
Swallow, swallow. Even if you're a lousy lawyer, at least you're 1 cup's worth of entertainment. I think we should skip the penalty this time. There must be some way, I just know it. There must be a way to use Larry's sketch to show the truth of what happened.
All right, then. The witness will now return to her testimony.
Yes, Your Honor. Other than walking over a bridge, there's no way to remove a body.
I have no idea what I need to do now. This is very confusing. Save, save! I should, you're right. I have no idea what to do now. Jesus Christ. How long have we been streaming? Oh, it's only been an hour. Okay.
Must have just gotten confused, I guess. Was it the snow falling, and does it really matter? Are you saying there's a way to cross a burning bridge?
Okay. I'm very confused here. Guess I can look at my evidence. It's got to do with the drawing for sure. Let me save. Like Crab says. Is it the Dusky Bridge photo? I still... I don't know. Is it this? No. It is not.
I'm gonna have to penalize you, Mr. Wright.
No, you're not, because I can rewind time. Check Larry's drawing again. Okay, I'll try it again. This gotta be right, isn't it? It all comes back to this.
I can't believe we're looking at this again.
I admit I didn't really understand it before, but I get it now. That's why I believe this sketch shows the truth.
Very well. All right, then, let's hear the defense's theory. What exactly is the sketch trying to show?
I don't think the old Whiskerface is gonna forgive any more mistakes. Alright, Phoenix, look carefully and think it over. The sketch drawn by Lisa Gnome is... Of course the victim was flying through the air. You can see it right here. Whoosh! Alright, they already tried this. Yeah, I already read this. Huh, that's not it? Check the latest photo of the burned bridge. Look at the bridge carefully. Well, I already tried to give the photo of the burned bridge. That's not it. That's not it. Well, let's try another. Evidence of nothing. mean, it's upside down. I understand that. Complete contradiction? Something is obviously funny about this sketch.
I am no art critic, but I can see that.
No, that's not what I mean, Your Honor. Maurice the Gnome stated it was over and over again, that this sketch was exactly as he saw it. However, if we're to believe this testimony, then the sketch contradicts reality. We know it.
It contradicts reality?
She had in time hookshot under the bridge. I guess so, maybe. Now this is getting interesting. Looks like you're back to that finger pointing thing again. Okay, Trite. So what exactly contradicts reality as we know it? This? This? Is this wire connected to the bridge? The wire?
The wire?
Ha! This is the thing that contradicts reality? It is indeed. Then show us the reality supposedly contradicts with. Show us something that will point out how the sketch contradicts reality. The photo.
That's a photo of Dusky Bridge, correct?
Yes. Now, compare the sketch to a photo for a minute. In the sketch, the wires appear to be above the guard wire. But on the actual Dusky Bridge...
Jumping Jehoshaphat!
Jumping Jehoshaphat. The wires are below the guard wire.
Wow!
I think this is Dahlia. I'm just going to tell you. I think this is Dahlia up here.
Order! This sketch is somewhat different from what's depicted in the photo. However, isn't it likely the other side just saw it wrong?
Or perhaps they just drew it wrong.
Either way, it sounds like you're just wrong. With someone like Maurice, I admit a mistake is definitely a possibility, but then that begs the question, why did he make a mistake? What was the reason? Are you saying you know the answer to that? Listen, think back, alright? Remember what Maurice was doing when he witnessed this event. He was at Heavenly Hall waiting for a lover that was never going to come. Oh man! She was gonna come, baby! I know it! I was gonna get her to come! She was gonna visit me! He waited and finally laid down. But then, lightning shoots from the sky and sets the bridge aflame. Now ponder what sort of position Maurice must have been in at the time. He was lying on his back, which is why he remembered the scene the way he did.
He was lying on his back. I can't see how it relates.
But it does, Your Honor. That is the reason why the wires in the sketch go up instead of down.
Ow!
No way. She had in time hookshot it. I think you might be right. Something happened anyway. Maurice the Gnome witnessed the event while he was lying on his back, face up. In other words, the scene what he saw was actually upside down. Yeah, I figured that out. Yeah.
So then, the sketch could actually...
I think you finally get it, Your Honor. The correct way the victim viewed to Maurice the Gnome sketch is like this. This is how it should actually look. The victim's body wasn't flying above the bridge, it was actually swinging below. That's right, just like a pendulum.
Ridiculous! Optic blast!
Yeah, Jarrett. Of all the things to say, a pendulum? The bridge was burning to a crisp. There was no way to get across it. But if the body had been found at the inner temple, it would have caused problems. This is where the criminal decided to take a gamble. They used the burning bridge to get the body across the other side, and a pendulum was the only way to get it done. Let's think about this for a minute, shall we? Dusky Bridge is about 20 yards long, which means it is about far from the inner temple to the opposite cliff. Yes, that sounds right. In other words, to cover that distance with the pendulum, you'd need a rope at least 10 yards long. To get a rope that long, you'd have to plan ahead. The lightning struck at the night could only have been an accident, so it doesn't make sense that the culprit would have prepared the rope beforehand. So then, They didn't have to get the rope ready. The rope was already right in front of them.
What?
I'm saying that it was just a matter of using what was already there.
In that case, Mr. Wright, please give us an explanation to support your theory. What makes you think the criminal had rope on hand to create a pendulum?
What? I have no idea. I have no idea. This is a hard case, man.
What do you think, Mr. Godot?
I think that Trite is lucky there's no rope around here, huh? Even if I had just a sliver of rope, I'd be wrapping it around your neck and tying his night. I should have figured I'm not going to win with one lucky guess. Uh-oh, we better save. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Mr. Wright, your assertion seems to be baseless. There's no evidence the body swung from a pendulum either.
Wait, but that's the only possible way the body could have gone over the bridge. The rope was already right in front of them. What? I'm saying it was just a matter of using what was already there.
In that case, Mr. Wright, please give us an explanation.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
And the meaning of this is?
You want to know where the rope came from? It's hanging right there in front of you, you glorious beard.
Ah! This is one of the wires from the bridge.
When the lightning struck the bridge and set it on fire, one of the suspension wires came loose from its anchor. The criminal didn't have any time to waste, so they tied the wire around Elise the Gnome's body and swung her across. Woo-hoo! Indiana Jones style, bitch! Okay. Oh, boy. Because there's no simply other way to move the body. Ah. Ha.
Mr. Godot! Don't kill yourself, huh? It seems that Mr. Godot is more focused on his coffee than answering my question. Seems that the odds of the rope being readily available were high, so I suppose that it's not an impossibility after all.
Possible or impossible, that is not the question we need to ask. There's only one question. Did that really happen? Trite, I wonder if you can prove to us what happened. Do you have any actual evidence the body was swung over like a pendulum? Yeah, I do, actually. I do, actually. Before I present my evidence, let me review what we know so far. According to this photo, one of the wires snapped. Looking at the map, we can see it's the one that was in front of Inner Temple.
So then that was the spot where the criminal...
Yes, precisely. Now let us consider the body's movement by looking at the overhead map again. If the body was pushed from this point here, it would have dropped on the opposite side, approximately on this point.
Did you just say drop?
Well, they must have failed to catch the body on the other bank.
What? What makes you think that happened?
Because I have evidence that suggests their body dropped from some distance.
Oh, what kind of evidence?
Take a look at this autopsy report. It says here that the body fell about 10 feet after her death.
10 feet, huh?
That's most likely the height difference between the two sides. The body overswung due to the forward momentum, but came loose and fell about 10 feet. And then, as a result of the landing impact, this crystal sphere was knocked loose.
That's...
Yes, this blood-stained amethyst crystal. It's the one that came off of Mr. Elise the Gnome's staff. And even more important is the place where this crystal was found.
Indeed! I believe it's already marked on this overhead map. The crystal was found. Ah!
Precisely, Your Honor. In the very spot the pendulum would arrive if the right amount of speed. Her eyeballs fell out from G-force. Ah! That's right, Jared.
This explains your theory quite well, Mr. Wright. If you have provided us with a way the body could have been moved that night. An impressive deduction, Mr. Wright. Most impressive. Mr. Wright!
Optic jazz. I thought this cold coffee might cool you down.
Well, what's the meaning of this, Mr. Godot? You're going to jail. That's assault. You can't throw shit in court. What are you doing? Get your ass in jail.
No way, Jose. Optic jazz. I was dark and bitter. Guess you made, Trite. But you forgot about one thing.
Oh, well, what would that be?
The aroma. Yeah. Huh? Huh? A coffee's most reliable accomplice is its deep and profound aroma.
The rest of the court doesn't speak Coffinese. Can you elaborate a bit more? Coffinese! Coffinese! That's an assault. That's an assault, Jared.
If the criminal had sent the body to the other side like this, you say, then naturally there must have been an accomplice lying in wait to catch it.
And an accomplice!
The criminal wasn't able to cross Dusky Bridge. So who collected the body? What do you have to say about that, Trite? Huh?
Mr. Godot is correct. This can't be the work of a single person. Well, Mr. Wright, do you know what you must do?
Yes, Your Honor. The body couldn't have made it to Hazakura Temple without an accomplice.
Very well, then. If you please, Mr. Wright. Who was the person that received the body in the Hazakura Temple side?
I don't know. Was it the... well, it must have been Iris. Because she was on the Hazakura Temple side. It must have been Iris. It can only be you, Sister Iris.
Huh? But I
don't see why you're so surprised. The only way to transport the body from Dusky Bridge is by snowmobile. But with her bad back, Sister Bikini could never pick up a body like that. You're the only one that could have managed it.
Oh, Optic Jazz? Trite, were you even listening to the witness's testimony? On the night of the crime, this little cutie pie was on the cleanup duty in the Inner Temple Garden after a mother-daughter bloodbath.
I haven't forgotten, but have you, Mr. Godot? This witness was also seen at Hazakura Temple, desecrating the corpse of the victim.
Strange indeed. It's almost as if, on that night, there were two different places at the same time.
Sister Iris, let me ask you something. Why didn't you mention it when you first gave your testimony?
mention what?
The pendulum, of course. Using the sketch drawn by an eyewitness, I have established how the body was moved using the burnt-out bridge, which means it's now a fact that has occurred, something you should have already known.
No, I had no idea. I didn't know anything about a pendulum.
But the body couldn't have passed along to the other side without your help, so you should have known about it. In fact, it'd be impossible for you to be clueless about this whole thing, unless you're not really Iris to begin with.
What? How can you say that, Mr. Wright?
Well, what kind of nonsense is this? You say the witness isn't Iris of the Hazakura Temple? She's Becky with the brown hair? What? Becky with the brown hair?
I knew it! I knew it was Dahlia! I freaking called it! I called it way long time ago, yo. I freaking called it. Hella. Yep. Soul possession. I freaking called it, boys. Let's go.
You saying this isn't her?
Are you serious? Trite. You mean this woman is...
There's no one besides Iris who could receive the corpse that night. Now I get it. Now I know why I've been sick to my stomach this whole trial. why her whole demeanor changed so suddenly from yesterday, and why she's trying to pin this murder on Maya. This woman that's standing there at the eyewitness stand, her real name is Dahlia. I never thought I'd have to utter your name again, let alone see you. It's been a long time, Dahlia Hawthorne.
Hawthorne?
Sister Iris had a twin sister, and you're looking at her, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
The name rings some bells, distant bells, but bells nonetheless.
Chotomato!
How can she be there? She's possessing someone. Or she never died at all in the first place. There was a doppelganger. She escaped prison. No, she's dead. She's possessing somebody. Possessing Maya, maybe? Maybe possessing Maya? I don't know. Pearls? Maybe Pearls? Her mother? Her mother? Possessing her mother, maybe? One of those three ladies. It's just your imagination, Gramps. This file contains all the relevant data about Dahlia Hawthorne.
Dahlia Pillsbury! Oh! Don't poke me in the giblets. Okay? Or I make funny noises that go, oh, like the Pillsbury Doughboy. Yeah, oh, no giblets. Oh, yes, I remember now. That case, 5 years ago.
Pearl's got Taco Bell? Maybe.
My name is Dahlia Hawthorne. I just want to say, it's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence.
The honor is all mine.
No, the honor's all mine.
She's possessed Gumshoe. I don't think so, Francis.
But according to this, Dahlia Hawthorne is already dead. It says her execution was carried out last month.
So what? Death has no meaning in this courtroom.
But what? The balls is going on here? You's a crackhead. You's a crack whore. Get the hell out of here. You's a crack hole. Order.
Oh, wait a moment. How can you? My sister, she's already dead. Oh, what kind of...
You of all people should already understand. After all, the blood of the master of the crane channeling technique flows within that body.
The crane channeling technique? Now where have I heard that?
That's right, you're not Dahlia Hawthorne herself. You're the spirit of Dahlia, current inhabiting the body of a spirit medium. What an exciting story. Exciting but quite impossible. You're asking us to buy the Dahlia Hawthorne just happened to be channeled by someone on the very night of the murder to the temple where her twin sister Iris was... Well, if you're going to put things that way, then yes. Optic blast. We're supposed to believe a coincidence like that just happened? Naturally, it was no coincidence. The whole thing was part of a plan from the very beginning. It was all written right here in these instructions.
Oh, what's that?
These instructions were written by your mother, Morgan Fay. And part of the plan called for Dahlia Hawthorne to be channeled. That night, there were 2 irises at the Hazakura Temple. The two of them. Even the time of the channeling was planned out. As soon as you heard the lights out bell, in other words, 10 p.m. However, Iris was seen before dinner time.
That means that Iris who was at the dinner was the real Iris.
And the Iris who gave me this hood in the main hall was also the real Iris. Meaning that the Iris sister bikini saw at the inner temple was someone who else dressed as her, namely one Dahlia Hawthorne. Do you even know what you're saying, Trite? This whole channeling the spirit of Dahlia Hawthorne business. Yes, it's true you found the plans to talk about it. However, there's only one thing that's perfectly clear. The witness currently standing in the witness stand is the real Iris. What? What? Calm down and remember what you know about the night of the crime. After meeting Sister Bikini, a Dahlia Hawthorne that had been channeled would have been stranded at the inner temple due to the lightning strike.
It was later that the body was moved by a pendulum.
That's right. Naturally, that would mean that the Iris who received the body was the real Iris. Are you with me so far? Yes. After being notified of what happened, the police came to Osgur Temple's main hall. There they found Iris in her room and arrested her. And ever since, she's been under police surveillance at the detention center. Yes, I suppose. I can't deny any of that.
Phew, thank goodness. Looks like he's finally convinced.
But something still seems off, way off. I'm not convinced the Iris here is the same one from that other night.
Ha! I suppose you're about to say something really ridiculous.
Gulp. Like the real Iris and the spirit of Dahlia somehow switch places.
Switch places.
There's a third twin all along. Majima! No.
To be perfectly honest, there are still quite a few things I don't understand, but now I do, that unless we confirm the witness' identity, we can't continue this trial.
Iris doesn't have the spiritual power needed to channel Dahlia, which means they must have switched places somewhere.
Well, Mr. Wright?
Since the time she was arrested at Hazakura Temple,
have there been any chances for Iris to switch places with Dahlia Hawthorne?
Oh, I think there was. I think there was. Your Honor, I think there might have been one chance.
Oh, explain yourself.
Yesterday, for a few minutes, Iris's whereabouts were unknown.
Unknown? What do you mean?
What I mean is, there was a span of time in which Iris was able to move about freely, unsupervised.
Well, who was it? Who would give a murder suspect time to move about freely like that?
I'm sorry. I know you didn't mean to. It wasn't your fault. It was Edgeworth on the earthquake! No! Edgy, what did you do? What did you do, Edgy boy? What did you do? Edgy! Edgy boy!
This is Miss Redwood, isn't it?
Your Honor, there was a fairly large earthquake yesterday, was there not? Edgy, no!
An earthquake? Huh?
Earthquake! Oh my goodness, the inner temple is kind of tremormite. No, my gibbet.
How could I have? She fled. She escaped.
We went to the inner temple right away. And it's true, Iris was already there. However, they had already switched places by that point in time. When I arrived at the training hall, I was met by none other than Dahlia Hawthorne.
That's quite enough already, Mr. Wright. Now see here. No judge in his right mind would consider the idea of spirit channeling and...
Be quiet. It's been a long time, Mr. Judge.
That voice.
Guess we'll have to ask again. Are you gonna play Phoenix Wright Back in Time games? They're on sale right now. I don't know, honestly. It just doesn't feel right playing the games with no Phoenix Wright, you know? What are they called? Phoenix Wright, not Ace Attorney, but the Great Ace Attorney, I think it's called. Something like that. I don't know. Are they good? I have no idea. Upon meeting a beautiful lady, always ask for her name and profession. That's one of my rules. It is Dahlia.
Dahlia Hawthorne, and my current profession, permanently retired.
So you're not going to bother hiding your identity anymore, huh?
Why should I, after all I'm dead? There's really nothing you can do to punish me.
Well, what is going on here? What the frick is going on? I got a dead bitch in my courtroom. This is real kooky shit. Am I on the drugs? Am I on the rock and roll? Am I on the juice? Am I on the caboose? What in the world is going on with my life? And why have I done this?
Dahlia Hawthorne. I never thought we'd meet again, and I never thought we'd meet like this. But this time, I'll end it for her and for myself. It's Maya. Maybe. Yeah, it's probably Maya. Holy Rowan. Well, it is his Pionix, right? It's his ancestor, really? Well, maybe I'll play it. I was thinking about another game, though. Oh, man, I'm tired. I don't know if I can do another 2 days of court. I know I said I would finish the game, but I don't know if I can. My voice is getting shot. Maybe I'll save it for next time. Francis says, please continue. I don't know, man. My voice is shot, dude. I don't know if I can handle another 2 days in court here. 2 court sessions. I hate the start of the stream, so once I get into it, I can't stop watching. That's very kind of you. Sort of. It's a little bit of a backhanded compliment, but I'm grateful for your support, Jarrett and Francis. Let's think about this. Yay, a bot! Annalena, Magnifico. Yeah, I'm gonna stop here. We'll finish it up next time. Yeah, I need sleep. I want to watch the stream. Hey, Runarunde, you're so nice, dude. Nah, we're gonna take a break. I'm guessing we have 2 more days here. Usually the final trials are in 3 sections. I could be wrong. There could be more. But I think that would be perfect. I watch you every day. Yes, I'm grateful. I don't think I have enough stamina or voice. I think my voice is about to die here. So I'm going to give it a rest. And we're going to finish this next stream. We play Phoenix Wright. We're going to beat the game and end it, which is the sad thing. So I want to say thank you to Francis. We'll never see the end of the series thanks to Elden Ring. No, I'll take a break from Elden Ring, dude. I'll take a break from Elden Ring and finish the series. We'll finish it soon. We'll take a break. Elden Ring and Horizon Forbidden West. Yo. Those are some good games. Can you believe how amazing this week has been in gaming? I got a freaking fantastic game, Horizon is. It's not a 10 out of 10, but it's real good. I mean, real good. And then when we get Elden Ring, I mean, freaking heck, man. What a great week of gaming. Thank you, Runarunda. Thank you, Jolly. Thank you, Bots. Thank you, Francis, as always. Thank you, Krabs. And EE and Molly, my love, who's probably playing Elden Ring like right now. I'm so sad. Oh, man, I gotta wait 7 more hours. Anyway, I'm gonna take a short break, and then I'm gonna do a stream that requires less vocal activity called The Binding of Isaac. Or something else. Maybe I'll play Jack. I don't know. I think I'll probably play some Isaac, since I didn't play it yesterday. Alright, see you guys soon. Have a lovely day. If you're up late at night, I'm going to stream probably almost, maybe all night long. I'll be streaming Elden Ring. I don't know. See you, Runarunda. I'll see you guys soon. We'll finish this. Lots of love. Peace, boys.